The world is made up of individuals, each unique in his or her own way. We have different tastes in what we like to eat, the clothes we wear, and the music we listen to. As the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Nowhere is this more true than in the world of art.
As human beings, our desire to see and experience works of art is pretty fundamental. It's something that we always did. It's the oldest story we know is the story of art. We're fascinated by beauty. Everyone I know is an aesthete, makes aesthetic decisions all the time, and is interested in seeing beautiful things. It gives us pleasure. Art is about beauty, always was and always will be.
The popularity of art museums and galleries throughout the world is a testament to the value that mankind places on the visual arts, from traditional paintings to sculptures and beyond, such as today's immersive art installations that literally transform the spectator's experience from being an observer to becoming a performer.
Museums are very popular today for many reasons. Information. We know more about art today than we did in the past. We just have more education. There's a larger part of the population that knows about history and wants to see what's left from the past, and that's art. Those are really the finest things that remain. And a well-financed museum can offer all kinds of different resources for a community. It's not just about art, it's also about information about art, but also about music and food and books and interacting with other people who have similar interests.
Museums today are unique in providing an experience of original works of art. We see images all around us on TV and on the internet, but to experience the light and the texture and the color and all those qualities of original works of art, I think can't be replaced. Also, museums provide this incredible sanctuary for reflection, for education, for us to just feel safe and have time to learn and be inspired.
One of the world's most respected art institutions, the National Gallery of Canada, connects Canadians to their rich visual arts heritage through its outstanding collection of iconic Canadian art, the largest in the world, as well as international art.
At museums like the National Gallery of Canada with great historical art collections, I think this holds its own fascination for visitors, to have this incredible connection with the past, to see how people live, to get a glimpse of former societies, but in the present day.
Here, renowned Canadian artists like Tom Thomson, Emily Carr, Norval Morrisseau, Jeff Wall, and Jeffrey Farmer share space with celebrated American and European artists like Ralph Eugene Meatyard, Francesco Salviati, Edward Degas, Van Gogh, and Louise Bourgeois. Their works engage, surprise, challenge, delight, and transport the visitor.
The National Gallery of Canada's mission is to collect art, the art that was made and is being made in Canada, to tell the evolving story of who we are, where we've come from, and where we're likely to be headed. To make that work available, and also to show art that we chose, the Canadian version of what's interesting in art history, what was made by other cultures at other times and other people. It's not just the story of Canada, but it's Canada's version of the greater story of art history and of history.
Founded so that Canadians would have a national art gallery to call their own, the National Gallery's holdings of Canadian art are the finest in the world. They are the direct result of an unwavering commitment to the acquisition of works by Canadian artists, which can be traced back to the institution's very beginnings in 1880.
The programs of the National Gallery of Canada connect Canadians to their history, to their cultural history, their artistic history. New Canadians as well, to give us a sense of who we are. There are so many stories that make up Canada, and a lot of the streams are in our art. And they give us access not only to the past but to the present, and to help us understand who we are and what this project is, this social project that is Canada. So much of those questions can be answered in the art.
The National Gallery of Canada Foundation was created in 1997 by men and women of vision who anticipated the vital need for private philanthropy to complement the support the National Gallery receives from the Government of Canada. It is this blend of public and private funding that enables the gallery to maintain the level of excellence it aspires to achieve as it fulfills its mission, preserving and promoting the country's rich visual arts heritage, making art accessible and meaningful to Canadians.
Private sector support to the National Gallery of Canada in good or poor economic times is vital. It allows the National Gallery to sustain and maintain its level of excellence for its Canadian public and international visitors.
Donor support is absolutely critical to the National Gallery of Canada in allowing us to preserve our cultural heritage. It also allows us to do more in our core business areas like acquisitions and conservation and others. But tremendously for us as curators, it's an honor and a privilege to work with donors, and we look forward to that collaboration.
Donors choose to support the National Gallery of Canada for a variety of reasons.
Because they're passionate about the visual arts, they love the gallery, they're proud to take ownership in its heritage and in its legacy, and they want and feel that they can make a difference.
The National Gallery of Canada has a unique experience in store for people who come to visit. Inspirational architecture, for example, with unbelievable views of the nation's capital. The collection of Canadian art. International contemporary art. European art, all the old masters. An extraordinary collection of Indigenous art. One of the world's finest collections of photography from the very beginning of that medium to today. Literally hours and hours of wonder are in store for you here.
People everywhere can join the extended family of the National Gallery of Canada by becoming a member, a contributor, visiting us online, subscribing to our e-newsletter, our art magazine, but more importantly, by coming to visit us.
The National Gallery of Canada connects you to Canada's rich history and culture, and you can be a part of preserving this heritage for generations to come. To learn more about how you can join the National Gallery's family of supporters, members, and donors, visit gallery.ca.